In this driving lesson video, I'm going to give you 5 tips that will help you pass your driving test and, more importantly, help make you a better, safer driver for life. Tip number 1 is in relation to position, and particularly when you are dealing with 2 lanes of traffic on the road or up ahead. So here we have a 2-lane roundabout. The blue car must remain in the centre of his lane, so he must make a special effort not to drift too much over this way in case he gets too close to the curb, and of course not to accidentally drift too much over this way in case he encroaches in the other person's lane, and that would show poor lane discipline. And in this situation, the road opens up into 2 lanes up ahead. So if you are driving in the left-hand lane, for example, you must make sure that you drive in the centre of that lane so as not to get too close to the curb on the left or the other traffic on the right. And if it's a driving test situation, make sure that you always start off in the left-hand lane unless the tester tells you otherwise. Tip number 2 is about stop signs. You must stop completely at a stop sign or a stop line, as you can see here, even if the major road you're turning onto up ahead is very, very quiet. Just because the road ahead is quiet doesn't mean you ignore the rules for stop signs. So make sure you stop completely and totally, and if necessary, just edge out or creep out a bit to improve your view. Tip number 3 is about clearance and leaving the appropriate space between yourself as a driver and the vehicle in front of you, and also the vehicle beside you. If you do have to stop here behind the silver car due to oncoming cars, make sure you have a good holdback position. That means that you don't stop too close to the back of the silver car. Stop at least a distance of a car length plus a half, and that will give you a good view of the oncoming traffic, and it will help you move out more easily. When you're driving past the cars then, try not to weave in and out unless you have to come in because of oncoming cars. But if it's possible, try avoid weaving and try and maintain at least a door's length from the parked cars on the left. If it's a one-way street, you might even be able to give a little extra room between yourself and the car beside you. And of course, if it's a cyclist, try and give at least 1.5 meters of clearance. Tip number 4 is about observation. At junctions and roundabouts, you need to keep the head moving. Try not to look in the one place too long. If you do look in the one place too long, you are at risk of missing something important on the other side, like the pedestrian, as you can see in this picture here. And if the junction or roundabout is blind, you must creep up in first gear, slowly and gradually, so you can give yourself a better view. And finally, tip number 5 is about checking your blind spot when you move off from a parked position. Anytime you move off, you must check your blind spot, which is over your right shoulder. Now, it's important to understand that you must look out your back passenger window, not your own driver's side window when you are checking your blind spot. By checking your blind spot properly, you reduce the amount of blind areas you have, as you can see here, thereby making it safer as you pull off. And don't forget to refresh your blind spot before you move off if it takes you a little longer. As you can see here, I wasn't able to move off straight away. It took me a few extra seconds, so I can be seen here refreshing the blind spot just to make sure everything is up to date. So it's so important to check your blind spot and refresh it if needed anytime you move off from a parked position on the road. So that's almost it for now. Thank you very much for watching this driving lesson video. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe for more videos just like this. If this video in particular appealed to you, you will also enjoy these 2 videos coming up on the right of your screen now. One is about 6 more tips to help you pass your test, and the other one is about some of the more common myths around the driving test. Thanks again, and I will see you next time.